Guys, so we got the spring cleanup featured program with 5 new bosses, 5 new 93 overall diamonds that we can acquire for free, and I'm going to show you the fastest way to complete the program. I'm also going to cover the new event, conquest, all the new content that came out, as there is a ton of it. So let's just get right into it. All right, guys, so like I said, we did get the new featured spring cleanup program, and as you can see, it works and operates a lot like the first phase of the franchise program. However, there are some key changes, and that is, we'll start with the top end. It can go up to 750,000 XP, as the prior one just ended so fast. If you grinded the game out, even before getting the double XP, you just finished the program very quickly. So they did listen, and if you can get to 750,000 XP, which is a lot because this is only going to last 21 days, so 3 weeks, you are going to get a ton of packs, ball into the habit packs here. There's just a lot that continues on after you hit the 500,000, which is, again, just a lot of other packs here. But let's go over the new bosses that you can acquire. And we'll take a look at all of the cards first of all, because again, you will be able to choose 2 of them. You won't be able to get all 5. So first, we're going to start with the 93 Eddie Matthews, as he is a phenomenal hitter, left-handed bat that plays third base, no other secondary position, and he's got 100 power against lefties, 94 against righties. So when he is paralleled, if you are to get in parallel 5, he's obviously a pretty incredible batter all the way across. Defense is a little meh, and same with his speed down at 53. But if you can't get Troy Gloss, this is a phenomenal third baseman to acquire. And again, it is going to be completely free for you if you do choose him. So a very, very good option here in the 93 Eddie Matthews. Next, we've got the 93 ZACK BRITTON, 120 hits per 9. So if you parallel 5 him, that is an end game reliever because he is going to get maxed to 125. The K per 9 at 89. Velocity and break already maxed out at 99. And then you look at his sinker, 95 with a slider and then a fastball and a 2-seamer. He's also got 99 control on that sinker and the break as well on the sinker and slider, both max. This is a phenomenal reliever, and he does have outlier on that sinker, so it can get up into the very high 90s. Just an all-around great reliever card out of the bullpen for you, and this is probably an end-game reliever for a lot of players. And if you have a max team, let's say you have a stacked team, you finish the live series collection, you've got Roberto Clemente, you've got Troy Gloss, you've got some of the other big-time players, ZACK BRITTON's probably the one you're going to want to choose just because he has the shot of being in your team the longest. Ernie Banks is up next from the Cubs. Man, the Cubs got a lot of love today. As a great contact against lefties, 116. Power against righties and lefties at 96 and 87, respectively. Contact against righties at 78. The one thing I will mention is that some of the best pitchers in the game right now are all lefties. So that being said, having someone that has a little bit less contact against righties and lefties isn't all that bad. Again, can play third base, and his shortstop is his main position. Has pretty good defense as well. At 81 fielding, 82 arm, and then speed at 50. Again, nothing crazy there in terms of his speed. I haven't really found a shortstop that I really like. Honestly, when it comes to the swing, I actually made my creative player a shortstop just because I couldn't really find anyone. So I'd like to try him out. Obviously, he's going to be phenomenal with his hitting stats, but a very, very good option here with the 93 Ernie Banks. Then we've got the 93 Tom Seaver, so our starting pitcher, stamina up at 111, hits per 9 at 86, and Ks per 9 at 95, which is very good. And then his velocity, 83, break at 92. Just not nothing dominant. I'll say that, like nothing dominant. You take a look at his pitch velocity, fastball's at 95, but then his changeup down at 79. That's a good break in the velocity. Slider and sinker, slider down at 86, sinker at 93, and then the pitch control isn't bad. It's in the high 80s, low 90s. And then the break on the slider at 92 isn't bad either. But it's just the combination, not a really, really great mix in all honesty. So this would probably be on the lowest. This would be the one I probably wouldn't go after. And then lastly, we've got the 93 David Justice, the left fielder, can play center and right. Amazing hitting stats. So 90 contact against righties, 104 against lefties, 93 against righties, and 108 against lefties in terms of the power. Good, okay fielding. I wouldn't want to put him in center or right, but great in left field, again, depending on who you have there. I think this is a really, really strong option. Obviously, one of the best hitters that we've got in the game right now, and just absolutely mashes here. Okay, so you will acquire these cards at 150,000 XP as well as 255. After that, you're just going to get packs and some other flashbacks and legends. So how are you going to acquire these cards the fastest? Well, let's take a look at how you can go ahead and get XP. The daily moments will give you 1,000 each for doing one of those moments. However, The featured, sorry, excuse me, the featured program moments, I believe they were at 500 in the first program, and they just weren't worth doing them all. At 1500 XP, you can burn through a lot of these pretty quickly, especially if you're an offline player. And the reason why you want to burn through them is because you want to get these silver star cards. So these 5, they're all basically the rookie or another version of the 5 bosses, as well as the Moneyball David Justice, which is awesome. And then again, the rookie Eddie Matthews. And the reason why you want to acquire as many of these is because they have missions. So much like the first program, you will see that you will get a lot of XP for completing the parallel with those cards. Okay, so you want to try and acquire as many as possible before you do some of the other events and things like that, and I'll show you what you want to do. So again, you can get 60,000. We'll give you all of these, and then if you go down here, you're going to see some other ones: postseason price, award stripling, Dickerson, Reyes, and prospect bomb. If you go and look, the classics pack you get at 90,000 will give you a diamond card from an older games card. So you can get the 85 David Price, which is actually not bad, the 94 hits per 9 with a cutter, changeup, curveball, and two-seamer. You've also got the Victor Reyes, again, not very good at the plates. You've got Ross Stripling, nothing crazy here in terms of usage. The Prospect Alex Baum, which is a really fun card, I believe in 20? Might have been last year. I always get them mixed up. Good contact, nothing. Again, you're not going to use them over some of the other starters, but these are all free cards that you can get, and they will get you parallel points, which will turn into XP later on, and I'm going to show you how to stack that. So as we get on here, you can do collections. The Kansas City Nike City Connect program, much like all of the other ones, like the Nationals, things like that. By completing that program, you will get 15,000 XP, very easy to do there. And then exchanges as well. You can exchange live series cards. I wouldn't really do that unless you're really rich in the game. If you haven't completed the live series collection, I'd probably wait and try and just sell. You can also then do the showdown or the Spring Showers Conquest. That gets you 30,000, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. So what I would probably do is grind out these moments pretty quickly. Again, you're going to get a ton of XP just from doing these. As again, you'll get 15,000 XP just from completing these, and most of them are pretty easy to complete. Now, once you've done that, okay, you don't want to go into Conquest just yet. Even if you're not a very good online player, you want to go to events, and you want to grind out as many wins as you can here. You want to try and get through this as fast as possible. Even 30 wins isn't bad because of the XP you're going to get, and you're going to get some sweet cards from this event. So let's cover the event quickly. At 5 wins, you'll get the Vita Blue Headliner, and then the Rewind. So you'll be able to acquire cards that were from prior events, which for anyone that owns Steve Cishek prior to this coming out, you just lost about half your value, which is kind of annoying, but nonetheless, if you missed out, this is a great way to get back. This Alfonso Soriano, for example, has been about 20,000 stubs for the majority since it was out of packs, and same with this Nolan Ryan. It's going to fall in price, so you can actually acquire some of these cards. So again, just an easy way to get these cards back. Headliner 7 at 13 wins, and then you get this 92 Wade Boggs. So if you need a contact hitter, man, Wade Boggs from my Red Sox, 122 against righties, 99 against lefties. Power is really rough. He is a slap hitter, first and third base, decent defense. Maybe you need him at third base. I think there's a lot better first baseman. As you keep going at 18 wins, you'll get the Dennis Eckersley headliner pack, and then the 92 Johnny Bench. I'm not going to lie, there is a lot of strong options at catcher so far in this game. He can play first, third, left, and right field, so very, a lot of spots that you can play him. Contact down in the 70s, so if you're above Hall of Fame, or if you're above All-Star, so let's say that you play ranked and you get into Hall of Fame and Legend, this is going to be a pretty awful card for you because you need that contact. If on All-Star, you can get away with having the lower contact stat, which will help your PCI. Great defense, though. Like, no one's stealing with 93 arm on Johnny Bench, so if you're looking for a free catcher, maybe you didn't get Mike Piazza or some of the other options that you can, or maybe you didn't get, Carter, for example. You haven't done the live series collection. This will give you a decent catcher. I just think there's a lot of other options for you. However, as you keep going, you'll get another choice pack here. The reason why it's important to get the event done is, well, because it ends fairly quickly on May 5th, so you've only got about a week to do that. But if you go and take a look at the program, the event will give you 2,000 XP for every win. right? So even if you get just 20 wins, you stop at bench, you've got 40,000 XP. If you go all the way to the end and get 30, you've got 60,000 XP, and that'll get you plus, just from playing the game. You're going to have probably about 80 to 90,000 XP just from doing all of that, and that you get you all the way up to the choice pack for one of these cards. I would take David Price probably, or Stripling. You just want a pitcher because it's easy to get the parallel done. Now, what you want to do with those, so you've got a bunch of these Silver Stars cards, okay, that you can get you towards the flashback missions. What you then want to do is go over and play the Canoe Conquest. So you go to Spring Showers Conquest, you load all those players, those silver cards, into your lineup and the David Price or whatever other card you choose in that pack, and then you want to play out this Conquest because you're getting the Conquest done for 30,000 XP, plus you're getting all of the missions done, which would obviously really help you. If you can complete this whole thing, you will get you will get 2 Ballin' as a Habit packs, Headliner Set 3, as well as some other hidden rewards that are in here. So obviously, just more free stuff that you can acquire. And that will help snowball your XP as quick as possible. Now, honestly, guys, there is really no rush. I mean, to be honest, outside of Britton, I don't really think that any of these bosses are super incredible for you. Like Eddie Matthews could be if you don't have like Troy Gloss or someone else that you use in left field, in third base. Like for example, on my God Squad, I use the Pujols here, and he's one of my favorite cards. I almost have him parallel 5, so I'm just no real huge need for him. However, having a bullpen arm that's as good as Britton with that sinker, it's just devastating to use in events or in ranked seasons. So it's just kind of important, I think, to get him first. So there's no real huge rush to go out and get them. And what will happen, as we saw with the featured, the Face of the Franchise program, they gave you a ton of double XP, and then you also got collections that came in that really sped things up. So there's super no big rush, but a ton of content here, and that would be the fastest way to burn through and get the XP done. You can also do your creative player if you haven't already. Take advantage of that. But there's no real need to burn and grind it out. You've got 21 days, a lot of time to get this done. So guys, that is going to do it for the program. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.